I was watching the endless drama, vegan drama, as I have been doing for several days, if not weeks, if not months. But now it seems like people are starting to wake up. Not just the few people speaking out and being denounced. Let's dig up every bit of dirt that we can find about them from their backgrounds. I think the whole Raw Till 4 thing is an absolute, it's laughable. Wait, I'm just gonna go close the blind. Here we go. Too bright. Everyone's told me I look unhealthy. I am unhealthy, that's why I'm here. Anyway, yeah, so the Raw Till 4 thing, the cult, classic. It's basically a classic. There is nothing that hasn't happened before in other cults. Abalasiel Mazard, he has been writing about cults for quite some time. If you just Google him and look beyond the first 3 links, which I think is what Jerian Ryder looked at and was like, oh, he didn't exist before 2012. Well, yeah, he did. Like, it's all over the internet. So cults are his thing, and I'm quite interested in them as well. I like the occult too. As I was watching all these things, I kind of realised that it's a bit like Parenthood, and I will explain what I mean by that. When you get pregnant, everybody in the world that you know that has ever had a child before will offer you their advice. They'll tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. They will basically act as if, because they had a child, that means that they know everything there is to know about children. This is not an unknown phenomenon. Everyone knows that you get advice like that from people. It's probably easier to take it from people who have been through the experience recently rather than your parents who went through the experience more than 20 years ago when the world was a completely different place. Then once you have your baby, you feel like you're expected to just go and make friends with a lot of other people that also have babies. So you go to cafes and you go to soft play and you go to baby music time and all your babies mingle together, and it's great for them because they're growing and developing and taking in new experiences. I didn't understand why, just because we all had babies, why did we all go and have to hang out together? Because I had nothing in common with any of these people, and I didn't parent the same way. I found the whole social interaction pretty difficult at times because of that. But it made me think it's this very similar thing to veganism, where you think, okay, well, we're all vegans, so therefore that means we should all get on, and that means that we're all fighting the same cause. Well, that's like saying that everybody that has a child is on the same side, and clearly they're not. I mean, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But that's what people seem to think, because there are so few vegans that we must stick together. If we're all representing veganism as this big homogenous group, people like Freely and Jerian Ryder are going to be representing us. And that's not a healthy thing. Vegans are not one big homogenous group. We do not all agree. We're probably not similar people. We probably don't think veganism is the same thing. So my idea of what veganism is will be completely different to someone else's idea of what veganism is. And that's a good thing. We're not all on the same side because there isn't a side. We believe that animals should be not food and not clothes and not used as commodities. That's kind of the only similarity. So what we eat won't be the same, the cars we drive won't be the same, we won't have the same jobs, we won't look the same, we won't have the same bodies, we don't all exercise, we don't all have children, we don't all go hang out at lovely tea parties and picnics where everyone brings a fucking bowl of potato salad with egg-free mayo. It's just not like that. This is not how the world works. So I just don't understand why people keep putting out videos saying, oh, we're all vegans, so why aren't we on the same side? And I appreciate why you're doing it. I get it. That is because we're trying to sell ourselves as something that we're not. And because then you end up with people that think they represent us as vegans. And then when you find out that those people that think they represent us as vegans are fallible and are idiots and have ridiculous ways of behaving, they don't have integrity, they're not trustworthy. That's when things go wrong, because you're expecting the unexpectable. What's the word for that? Well, you're expecting miracles, duh. And unfortunately, when you throw money into the mix, when you throw fame into the mix, when people are rewarded and reinforced for exhibiting behaviours that may be damaging to others, we all enjoy watching the drama. It's like we live vicariously through others. It's exciting for us. Sometimes our daily lives become a bit humdrum and a bit dull, and what we want to really be doing is doing something else. So when you see other people, they're doing that for you. You can watch them doing that and it feels the same way. It elicits the same feelings in you that those people are probably feeling. So that's why we get so engrossed in this drama. Now, I want to reiterate something that Unnatural Vegan said in her last video, which is that actually this isn't just drama. This is somebody saying something very damaging about somebody else. And that's the last in a very long line of things that he said in the past and done in the past. And he's been reinforced and rewarded for all of that behaviour all along the way. And I have no problem with adults promoting a diet to other adults and saying that this diet is the only way. And if the other adult want to do that, that's fine. But I do have a huge problem with an adult telling a child, so I'm talking about Julia Boer, telling a child to do a certain diet, encouraging that child to travel across the world on their own. They don't seem to be able to see the problem with that. You might also be talking about other vulnerable adults, so people with, like myself, with eating disorders, mental illnesses, people that have learning disabilities. Those people are all vulnerable, and if you're selling a message to those people that has no scientific basis and is widely contested, then something's going wrong, and that's what's concerning me. So yeah, veganism is like parenthood. You can be shoved all in the same room with a bunch of vegans and you might not like any of them, so we're not all on the same side. We're all doing our own thing, so don't kid yourself that other people have got your back. This is all like a facade. Look, there's a screen between you and I can't see you. I'm talking to myself here. I can't see you. I'm not connecting with you. You can comment to me, but you don't know what I'm doing on a daily basis. I don't talk about my job. I don't talk about my son too much. You literally only see this tiny fraction. Be safe, kids, especially actual kids, and please don't think that vegans are all on the same side, because we're not. Well, now I feel better. Thanks. Bye.